Everyone, this is my process speech. I'm going to tell you guys how to make bows in case you have girls and paying an arm and a leg for a hair bow is out of the question. Like mine, I have 3 girls, so it's really expensive to buy hair bows. So you'll need some ribbon, whichever kind you want, whatever hair bow or whatever you want to get, that ribbon kind. I usually always use 3 different sizes, different patterns. You'll need a lighter, which I don't have a lighter, so I'm going to use some matches. Thread, because I'm going to show you the easier way rather than the hard way with a glue gun. And your choice of clips, bows, headbands, pretty much whatever you think you want to put a bow on, you can. And yes, I'm standing up. It's my TV on my dresser in the background. But yeah, so we'll get started. First, you're going to want to cut your ribbons, which I've already did. And then you're going to cut the edges diagonal, which it's easier to fold it and just cut one end rather than trying to cut a triangle perfectly. And I'll show you how to do that. Just give me 1 second. Going to do this, you'll cut them like this and burn the edges so that they don't fray. And I'll go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second. So I guess I'll try it this way since my AC decides it wants to burn my flame off.
When I would go and see her in the hospital, I would just, because she was so little, and there's so many little tubes coming out of her and everything, and she was so despondent, and I don't know, it was like for a while there, I think maybe she had decided that she was done too, and that was scary to see.
And that's pretty much it for that. Now we're going to set them up so we can get the sewing started, which I usually use at least 1 solid color, and I'll put it between the 2 designs. And you can make these ribbons however long you want. I usually always do about a foot and a half long worth. And you want to line these up since you're going to be sewing them.
Everybody was being clinical because
so that's how we'll do that. And to keep them like that, I always use hair clips, which is really good too, to keep them in line. So you can just clip it.
You are on speaker right now. Hey everybody.
Halfway down, and then another one towards the end, just so when you're sewing it, it doesn't get all crazy. But there, that's how I usually start them. So now I'm going to get the thread ready, and I hope everybody knows how to thread a needle because that is like the most hardest part. So I'm going to put you on pause for a minute to get it done, and I'll show you. Give me 1 second. So you thread a needle. Make sure you put enough thread because if it's not long enough, it will mess your bow up. So we got our thread threaded. Now we'll get our clips ready. And these little handy dandy things come out. All you do is fold it and pop out the center. And just disassemble it. So you're just left with this part. And see, it has these holes. which we're going to use. So we'll start at the beginning and get it to where it's just about a half an inch over the hole to where we're going to start our sewing at. And always start from the bottom. That way you don't see the thread. And go through. Make sure you're going to go through all the threads.
I'm Jack Maxwell, and I'd like to make a toast to the new season of Booze Town. So here's to the world's most interesting drinks. I'm drinking liquefied beans. I can't feel my lips. People who drink them, yeah, right, I'll drink it. And enjoying it. One cocktail at a time. Should we try it?
Okay, so I'm doing it wrong. Hold on.
Either one.
It'll obviously come apart, but at least you'll know where the center of the thread is. So you'll just go through the circle again, at least twice on each side. That way, make sure your thread doesn't get all tangled up either. That way, it'll stay in place. So, go through one side, come around, go through the other on the same hole, but through the opposite side. And same twice. So you go back through it on the left side again. And then the right side again.
Today we're going to look at some clips from the past few years and then all of them.
Now all you're going to do is bubble it and wrap around, which I'll show you. Take one, however high you want the bubbles to be, like this.
Hey, John, how's it going? Good. Oh, you wore matching shoes and sweater. I
Take the thread,
check the end card, man.
wrap it,
Way too many things. I mean, she's spending all.
around.
John, you come join us in the library. I'm gonna man up and I'm gonna have a man.
You're going to go
It doesn't have to be
around it
picture.
like this and just pull tight. Make sure your thread or your ribbon doesn't mess up and that it doesn't go opposite directions. And then just wrap it a couple times.
And what we want as parents is the danger zones. Kissing, holding hands.
Another.
I want to just say, hey, listen, have a friendship. When you kiss,
And then just wrap.
the person that you kiss, their hormones go into your mouth, and it registers certain things that will stimulate both the heart and the body for other reasons. Okay, the Apostle Paul says, "Don't go and sow your wild oats and defraud
Wrap.
your brother." Now, what do you think that would mean?
And then you're going to do your last wrap.
Make sure that
I love my
And make sure you still have your half an inch to sew down right here. So I'll do my last wrap and sew. We sewed it, and now we're just going to bubble it out.
And now. Yeah. Ken's fine now. Okay, so this is the deal.
And then just spread it apart.
We need to honestly throw Dad a surprise party because we're so settled, because you guys are all so doing well.
Preferably don't leave them all the same way because you don't want it to be crazy looking. So I always just leave the middle one the same and just alternate when I pull the ends.
And I just think that it's time to say thanks. was probably surprised. I don't think you even knew it was a part, actually.
And there's your horrible. And now you just assemble it all back the same way. Pop it back in the middle. And then you're in. And it's good to go. Hope y'all enjoyed. You have a good night. Bye. Hairdo's more fluffed out. And which my daughter's wearing pink tomorrow, so this will be in her hair. Yeah, have a good night. Bye.